What's up guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And this is day 2 and day 3 combined. So I showed you in part 1 Friday, and this will be Saturday and Sunday. So we exhibited for 3 days at the BodyPower. And right here you can see that the stand has changed a little bit. We put things at different places. I of course wore a different tank top, which I did every single day, wear something different. And of course doing some classic posing, because that cannot be forgotten when you are part of Vintage Genetics. But anyway, these days number 2 and 3 were amazing. This was in the morning still, with only the VIPs walking around. And again, the benefit of getting a VIP ticket at the BodyPower is that you get time from 9 AM to 10:30 AM of free time before it's busy like this. And on Saturday it was very busy. Most people are free on Saturday, so you can see the amount of people checking out the clothing, talking to me, taking pictures. It's just amazing. It gave me an amazing feeling. And we had some discount actions, for example getting 3 training day shirts like leg day, chest day and arm day, for the price of 2, stuff like that, and 2 stringers for a discounted price. And it was kind of entertaining as well to see characters like this walking around the Expo as well. And there Kane is walking with his free BCAA drink, because there were a lot of free giveaways during the Expo, including in our stand. When you bought 2 or 3 items, you got a free protein bar, stuff like that. It's something you just have to do at an Expo like this to draw attention and to motivate people to get your stuff, because there is a lot of competition there. And by the way, the shirt that I'm wearing right here, the bamboo fitted slim fit shirt made of bamboo, which is a new shirt. We decided to get a couple of them to see how they feel, how they sell, and they have been selling quite well to my surprise. It really was a gamble to get them, but I'm really happy with them. They fit amazingly and they are available at the website. And then at the BodyPower Expo there were also opportunities like this. This is a Muscle and Fitness UK magazine, and the photographer asked me if I wanted to do some poses for him to put in the magazine, and of course I said yes, because I don't want to miss any opportunity to put classic physique, classic bodybuilding in the forefront when it has to do with fitness, muscles and bodybuilding. So I made sure that I did some classic poses in front of the camera, and hopefully it'll be in the magazine, shown perhaps in June or July, which would be absolutely incredible. And I also did an interview which will be in the Flex magazine portion of the Muscle and Fitness in America, which is, I believe, will be out in July, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, this was just an amazing experience as well. Looking forward to those pictures for sure. And just throughout Saturday and Sunday it was absolutely very busy, talking with a lot of different people. And it just is so nice to meet so many of you guys who watch the videos. And one of the most surprising things that I heard was that a lot of people told me that I look bigger in real life than on the pictures or the videos that I post on Instagram or here on YouTube, because usually they say they are disappointed by the size, but with me they said they were surprised that I was actually as big as the picture. So that was very nice to hear. And right here my girlfriend is doing a contest with some Mars protein whey tubs to hold them for as long as possible, and she wanted to beat the record time not only for the females but also the males, which was 3 minutes and 1 second. And you can guess what she did. We will see it right now.
Come on, hold it.
So here you can basically see all the record times, and at the female or the male it was 3 minutes and 1 second, and at the female it was a lot lower, but the weight for the females is lower as well. But here you can see that her time was 3 minutes and 2 seconds, so she did what she told me she would do. And of course, I was going to try this as well. The weight of these tubs is about 2 kilograms, a little more, a little less, I don't remember, about 4 pounds I think. Could be less, I'm not sure. But anyway, the weight itself wasn't heavy at all, but the grip that you have on these tubs is very annoying indeed. Very, it just feels weird to hold these tubs like this, because it's not your shoulders that hurt, it's actually your wrists. And you can see that, I don't have any effort with the weight, but the actual holding, the grip of the tubs is just giving out on my left hand, which really did suck. So in the end I did about 2 minutes and 30 or 40 seconds, but anyway, that was a fun experience. And of course, in between doing all that, I had to eat as well. I just got my food at the local grocery store, some salad meals that had either some pasta or some rice or some tuna in there. Just got some cans of tuna, to basically make your meals. And during the BodyPower on Saturday and Sunday there were actual bodybuilding competitions held, and this guy won on Saturday, I believe, of the amateurs, so he was the overall winner, and he actually got like a mask or a sword, just some awesome items to remember the show by, and he does look great, so he definitely deserved the win. And when I was asked to do a guest posing appearance on that stage, I was like, well, of course, I will be doing it, because this is the reason why. The same audience that is visiting the booth of Vintage Genetics and all the other booths throughout the entirety of the BodyPower Expo was also watching the competition, because literally you can walk from the BodyPower into a hall that is open to watch the competition, so you don't have to pay to actually watch the contest. So it's basically a deal. If you get in a BodyPower, you pay your ticket to get in a BodyPower, you can also watch the show itself. So yes, the audience sitting right there is the same audience walking around the expo, so I decided to do it for the promotion of Vintage Genetics. By the way, when I did this guest posing, I'll just be completely honest here. There were some pictures taken of me in this competition wear. I'm wearing a competition classic physique trunks, and there were some pictures taken of me as if I was competing at this show. It's by the organization called the PCA, which is very known in England, which is where the BodyPower was. But of course I am an IFBB pro, so I am loyal to the IFBB Pro League. I just want to make sure to tell you guys that I'm not affiliated with the PCA, but I purely did this guest posing to get my own brand out there and just to show classic bodybuilding on a stage. As of course I'm doing classic poses, and by the way, I did this routine without practicing, just literally made it up on the spot. Of course, backstage I was thinking about what poses I was going to do, but this is literally made up. The music I sent that very day, and it was just an awesome experience. And also something I have to mention to you guys, this was at like 4 p.m. When I started at 9 a.m. this day. I barely ate what I needed to eat this day. Of course, did not carb up, did not properly pump up. I literally got the offer. I said yes. I wanted to do this guest posing. I don't look terrible, but obviously I don't look my best. And that's my mom actually shouting that I had to do the vacuum pose, and I heard it at the very last minute. So hey, as a last pose, of course I had to do it.
Thank you, Wesley. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see Wesley, go and get a photograph or get some autographs with him. Wesley's over on the stand, C4, Charlie 4. If you want to see him later on, go and get some photographs, go and get some autographs. Thank you very much, Wesley.
So literally when I was done guest posing, I walked off the stage right to the booth, and just, a few minutes later, people started coming in to take pictures and talk with me, stuff like that, as you can see right here, which means that the plan actually was a success, which is something that you have to think about when you have a stand like this, when you have your own booth. When you have your own brand, you gotta do stuff like this that is unexpected. When you see a chance, when you see an opportunity to get your brand out there, you definitely have to do it, because the announcer at the stage did name out the booth number C4, so people could actually visit me. And of course, people are inspired by classic bodybuilding and they want to do the classic poses as well, which is just, to me, something very great to see, something very awesome. Especially doing poses like this that almost no one does anymore is just amazing. And I just want you guys to know that one of my greatest passions is getting classic bodybuilding like this out there. But hey, after a long day like this, it is time for another workout in this amazing old school hardcore gym. And we start out with an exercise that I've never seen or never done before. This is basically kind of like a V-bar pull down or a small grip pull down, but from a very different angle, stretching the back in just such an amazing way that I've never felt before. You can pull a lot of weight with this, but it just feels absolutely amazing. Here you can see it, the muscles working without the vest on. And by the way, that vest of Team Vintage Genetics will be available soon on vintagegenetics.com. A limited edition, because people keep asking me where to get that vest, so it will be available soon. But as you can see right here, the full range of motion you can get on this device, on this machine, is incredible. I just had to try it out as the first exercise. It is really a good combination of the lat width and the lat thickness, because it's kind of like a pull down and a row in one, which is something very rare indeed. And of course, I'm going past failure on this last set with my dad helping me with a couple of forced reps. And again, as I mentioned in the last video, the atmosphere in this gym, the people in this gym, they're, it's just so motivating to work out here. The music is loud, it's amazing, it's awesome. The shouting, the environment, the pictures, the Arnold inspiration on TV, pumping iron on a loop. That combination is just an incredible way to get you motivated to work out even after a long day such as at the BodyPower Expo. And here as a second exercise, I'm about to do some lat pull downs, and this lat pull down bar in particular, I used to see Arnold doing, in his training clips, which I watch on YouTube regularly just to see what his form is. If you guys are wondering where I get my form from, for example, the bent over row, the barbell row, the T-bar row, the seated row, I all get it from watching how Arnold used to do it, and then feeling it myself and just see how I like it. And you just saw me gripping that bar as wide as possible to get really wide lat pull downs, because it just, it's rare to be able to do it like that. You are less strong, because the closer your arms are to your body, the stronger you are, and the more weight you're able to pull, but when you are able to hit your back from a different angle like this, it is something you should simply experience. And what other chance could you have but to do it in a gym like this? And there were basically two options to go to. A lot of people went to a gym called Emporium Gym, but some people like me and right here Christian Guzman, which has a very large following on Instagram and YouTube, also decided to work out here. And it's just pretty awesome to see someone like that working out very hard in a hardcore gym as well. So just an awesome environment where everybody is equal, because everybody trains their asses off for sure. And then the third exercise for the back of the day is of course some old school dumbbell rows where pounds are written on the dumbbell. So I have no idea, well, I do have an idea how heavy it is, but not exactly. Because we all know when you've been training for years, you know exactly how much weight you're able to pull on every single exercise. But this is a guesstimate to me, because I know that, you know, kilograms is 2.2 times as light in terms of numbers, you know, as little in terms of numbers as pounds. So I just grabbed a dumbbell that felt or looked or seemed the same kind of weight that I usually would start with, and just used it, because that is what bodybuilding is all about, just feeling the weight and using it in the correct manner. Full range of motion. So on the dumbbell row, it is very important to go all the way down, stretch the lats fully, and then go all the way up, contracting the lower back and the lats as well. And don't go straight up and down, but actually go in kind of a natural way, kind of a natural arc that the back wants to move to contract all the muscle fibers that you want. And the dumbbell row again is great for both the lat width but mostly the back thickness. As you guys know, what I want to work on most is the back thickness, because the back width is something that I have especially in the front, but because there is no back lat spread in the classic physique division, only a back double biceps and of course the back relaxed and the front double biceps showing the back width in the front double biceps, but the back thickness is especially important when doing the back double biceps and just for overall look. So that is something that you cannot have enough. So my back width in terms of development is ahead compared to the back thickness. So that's why I like to do a lot of rowing exercises during all my back work. If you have good back thickness and not so good back width, you should do a lot of pull down exercises to start out with to make sure that the back width is getting worked on. And it's pretty cool if you go to Christian's YouTube channel about the BodyPower and you can see this workout. You can see this literal clip of my dad helping him in this video as well, which is pretty cool. And to end the back exercises with, we of course are going to deadlift a car.
Nice, come on in. 9, I would turn it out. 10, and 2. One more. Come on, one more for the King of Kings champion. Come on, see how bad you want it, brother.
Don't never know.
Oh, my God. There we go. Freaky deaky nuts. Fantastic.
Yes, a lot of people tell me that it was a risk to do this, but at the very first rep I was very careful to feel how heavy it was. And honestly, it wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be, so I managed to do around 12 reps in total, I believe, and it just felt awesome to be able to do it, because you don't get an opportunity like that every single day, and sometimes bodybuilding is about taking a little risk. You cannot do your very best, work out your very hardest in the gym if you don't take a little calculated risk. But also keep in mind that I knew that my back was fully warmed up by all the other exercises. Just like on the bench press, I like to warm up the muscle first before going heavy. And this last exercise for the bicep, I just did 4 regular sets, and then I did a very long drop set, as you can see right here. Every time when I go to failure, my dad removed a weight, and then at the very last weight, he did a lot of forced reps, causing me to really have those biceps die. And at the end of the day, it is time for a big feast to fill up all the calories that we burned throughout the day because we barely ate. And you know, trying to keep to your macros is very difficult, but I ordered as much fish as I possibly could, with of course some carbs and the vegetables whenever I could, so that was awesome as well. And I just want to give a very special shout out to my girlfriend who went with me to the BodyPower Expo. She helped me out a lot. She took a lot of pictures. She helped with selling the clothing. She was a big part of support during this BodyPower, so I just want to thank her a lot. I love you, Marley. And then, of course, my parents as well, who went with me, who are a big part of the Vintage Genetics brand. They help out every single day. You know, mostly at home, just packaging every single item, every single order. Of course, I try to help wherever I can, but I'm very busy myself with the website, with designing the plans, with the YouTube videos, with school, etc. So they are a very big help and support in the Vintage Genetics brand, so I want to thank them very much as well. It is very unique to be living in an environment where people around you support you as much as they do, so I'm very lucky that I have people like this in my life, and they are part of the reason that I came this far in the first place. And you guys as well, by watching these videos, allow me to invest more in this channel, allow me, and honestly this is true, you allow me to do the groceries to make me be able to build the muscle to actually get on that Olympia stage this very year, because honestly it is very expensive to buy all those groceries if you want the highest quality, because honestly I want to be at that Mr. Olympia and I don't want to leave any stone unturned. So I'm getting the highest quality groceries, the highest quality food. I try to work out as hard as I can, getting the best supplements that I can, which are available at vintagegenetics.com, by the way. But I just want to thank you guys for all the support, for watching the channel, for buying the merchandise from the website, for getting the nutrition and workout plans. I just want to thank you guys, and I don't want you to forget to stay golden.